Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another video. On today's video, we're going to be talking about Dani Olmo. We're going to be talking about his registration. We're going to be talking about how Barcelona can register Dani Olmo ahead of their game against Rayo Vallecano. And then as well, we're going to be talking about Eric Garcia. Could his departure to Girona be happening? And looking at his potential replacement. And lastly, talking about Federico Chiesa, as there is an English team interested in the Italian winger. But guys, before I get started on the video, make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. Everything's posted down below in the description. Go over there and check me out. That way you guys can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. But guys, let's get straight into the video. All right, guys, let's get straight into the video and let's talk about Dani Olmo because as of right now, Dani Olmo is not registered, but Barcelona, they are optimistic and they are set to register Dani Olmo ahead of their match against Rayo Vallecano. And how are they going to do this? Well, this is something that is honestly confusing, and I'm trying to read the reports. I'm trying to make sense of about all this. But due to the injury of Anders Christensen, they're going to be using his salary space in order to register Dani Olmo. So something similar in which happened previously in regards to Gavi. When Gavi got injured, Roque got registered, and when Araujo got injured as well, you saw some other players get registered. But here's the interesting thing, because Barcelona, they have medical reports from Andres Christensen that are saying that his injury is not going to be 1 to 2 months, just like how I said at the start, but it's going to be roughly 4 months due to that injury in his Achilles tendon, and that's absolutely that's caught me off guard. How did Andres Christensen go from being a month to 2 months being injured to now 4 months? Barcelona, they say that this injury is something that is going to be taking a while, but his entourage says, no, that's ridiculous. It's not going to be 4 months. It's going to be 1 or 2 months. And so Barcelona, with that, medical report already being, submitted in La Liga, already, confirming and justifying that report, it seems that because of that injury, Barcelona, they will be able to register Dani Olmo. But I have some questions, because what happens if, for example, Christensen, he comes back, let's say in a month and a half, and he recovers from an injury and he is able to play? Well, the thing is, Dani Olmo, he's still going to be registered. But if Barcelona's financial situation doesn't improve, for example, in the Nike deal and any of the deals that are currently negotiating right now, if they aren't able, to free up some salary space, then Andres Christensen will most likely not be able to be registered. And so that's something that it's a little bit concerning, because, we're making through hoops, we're doing all this just to register a player who is, it's our superstar signing, and we still haven't been able to register. But because of Andres Christensen's injury, Barcelona, they will be able to register Dani Olmo, and the whole situation is a little bit confusing. But it seems that Barcelona, they found the loophole, and they're just going to be using this time in order to to basically finalize the other deals. That way, to actually make space, for example, when Andres Christensen comes back and with Araujo comes back as well. Because as of right now, it doesn't seem likely that Barcelona, they're going to be able to register other players. But now, guys, we're going to be talking about Eric Garcia, because Eric Garcia, there was a meeting today in order to talk about his situation. Girona, they do want him, and Barcelona, they are willing to let him go, and the player is open to leaving. But Barcelona, they now have to decide whether they want to keep him or they want to let him go. And if they do let him go, obviously that's going to be good for the Barcelona's financial situation. We're going to get rid of his salary, we're going to get a fee in for him, and that's going to be very, very good for Barcelona. But the thing is, guys, with Andres Christensen being injured, with Ronald Araujo being injured, and your basically only fit center back duo is Inigo Martinez, uh, Kubarsi, Kunde, but he's playing as a right back, and pretty much not much else, then you're leaving yourself pretty thin in that area. And I don't know if it makes sense to sell Eric Garcia, knowing, for example, that you're light in that center back department with those two injuries. And then as well, when you're looking at that base in the midfield, which Hansi Flick has opted to play Eric Garcia in, it doesn't make sense, for example, to sell him knowing that you're going to be lacking options throughout the season, because injuries, they are going to happen, suspensions, they are going to happen. And I don't think it's a wise choice, for example, to just rely on an injury prone center back, and a 17-year-old center back who's basically, this is going to be his first full season as a Barcelona player. Even though, you know, they're spectacular and even though they've been amazing, I don't think that's the right option. But Barcelona, they are exploring options just in case if Eric Garcia leaves, and that's Jonathan Tah from Bayer Leverkusen, the 28-year-old German center back who did have an amazing season last season. You know, for Bayer Leverkusen, he was a starter and he did play phenomenally well. Right now, Barcelona, they're exploring him, and reports are saying that he would cost roughly around 20 million euros. But the thing is that Bayern Munich, they did put in an offer for Ta, roughly 25 million euros, and they rejected that. But you know, some people are saying, hey, that's just because with Jonathan Ta, his contract expiring in 2025. They don't want to let him leave on a cheap deal to a rival, you know, and that's Bayern Munich. They would much rather sell him abroad, for example, to a team that is interested, potentially a Barcelona. But 25 million for Ta, I think that's a good deal. But the thing is, how are we going to get that over the line if we're struggling to register Dani Olmo, and we're having to do loopholes and jump arounds just to register him, for example? Then I don't see how this deal is feasible. But if Eric Garcia does leave, we do get in a fee for that, then that could open the door for him. And another player that we do have to talk about, guys, is in regards to Federico Chiesa, because Federico Chiesa right now, Fabrizio Romano has reported that Liverpool, they have made an inquiry into Federico Chiesa as a potential option, and Chiesa, he is open to the move. He is interested in moving to the Premier League, and the team, on Liverpool, they are exploring the terms of a possible deal. And with the transfer market, ending to a close, reaching to a close, it's going to be ending in a couple of days. And these teams, they are going to be scrambling. They are going to be looking to get rid of some of those players that are not in their plans. And Chiesa to Liverpool, that's something that is interesting, I would say from a neutral perspective, but from a Barcelona perspective, if they are interested in Chiesa, then they have to make a move. But as I've said before, we haven't even been able to register Dani Olmo. Barcelona, they are optimistic and they believe that they're going to be able to register Dani Olmo for tomorrow. But are we going to have enough salary space to go after Chiesa? That's something that is up there in the air, and there's still a doubt. But Liverpool, they are interested in Chiesa. They are going to be looking, and they are going to be exploring that route. And if Barcelona, they lose out on Federico Chiesa, let me know your guys' thoughts about that. And guys, that was it for the Barcelona news of the day. Definitely let me know your guys' thoughts on everything discussed on today's video. Dani Olmo said to be registered, but with Andres Christensen be potentially injured for 4 months. Absurd. And Eric Garcia potentially leaving to Girona, Barcelona interest, and replacement Jonathan Tah. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. And as always, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out, guys.